So welcome back, YouTubers. We're still talking about audio equipment, and since I had a slew of different types of audio equipment as we showed before in the previous videos, and you've seen a lot of my other reviews of the Mulata sets, which I really enjoy, especially the WM10 and the S900. And then you see my review on different types of audio equipment like the Tascam and the Aisden shotgun microphone. These are all very budgeted microphones and audio equipment that you can do for interviews and short films without having to break the bank and buy like the Sennheiser 416. That's going to cost you some money. I'd rather spend money on camera equipment and camera gear and lenses and not sound equipment, because I don't really deem myself as a sound person. So if I have a bigger job, I'm going to hire a sound person. But on smaller jobs, I will cut the budget and do some of the sound myself. So I've got to have workable audio gear that's good enough that I can use in a commercial setting or interview setting or documentary. So the company I came with was Mulata, because they're a fraction of the cost and they really work just as good as the Sony wireless packs. So when I have all my audio gear here and thinking about how am I going to put this together, how am I going to record in the camera, am I going to go with another Tascam recorder or a Zoom H4n or a Zoom H6n or something like this, and I started kind of coming up with some ideas of things to do. So first off, with the shotgun microphone, it is not wireless. It is XLR input altogether. So if I'm doing run and gun stuff, I'm doing handheld, I'm on my Steadicam, I'm on the gimbal, I can't use this shotgun microphone. So this is like something I kind of need just to get environmental sounds, and something I cannot use because it's always got to be attached, wired to my camera. So I started coming up with ideas of like, how could I get around this? Well, since I had so many wireless packs, one of the ways I thought about getting around this is to hook my shotgun microphone up to one of my wireless packs. Then I don't have to go out and buy a bunch of extra equipment. Like Sennheiser makes an XLR input that goes directly into the microphone and it's wireless, and Rode does the same, but they only have one transmitter usually and one XLR transmitter and one body pack transmitter. So I was like, oh, I don't really want to spend the extra money to go out and do that. So I started thinking about ways that I could fix this stuff together. So what I did was I got a female to female XLR cable, and I'm going to plug one female in to my Aisden shotgun microphone. Boom. And then I'm going to plug the other end in to my wireless pack. So since I've got XLR, it's 3.5 millimeter to XLR input there, that's male, and then to my female XLR cable. Boom. Now I have a wireless pack. So we can turn on this, turn on our wireless pack, turn on our microphone, check, 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 check. So I can have my transmitter here go right into that, and as you can see, the levels here are going off, so that lets me know that this microphone is working. Now we're not running it back to the camera and recording the audio, but we do know that this microphone is working now because we see the levels going off on the receiver. Beautiful idea that I kind of came up with to turn this really into a wireless system. Now you may be thinking, how do I record it to the camera? Well, I can take my receiver here and plug that into the camera and just record audio that way. Maybe I have two receivers. I do one for the lavaliers and I do another one just for the shotgun mic. Okay? So that's just a really cool idea I kind of came up with to turn this into a wireless system. Now, maybe I don't want to run this back to my camera and record into there. So something else I had, instead of going out and buying a new Zoom recorder or something like that, another idea I kind of came up with is that I had this Tascam. This Tascam DR10L, which is generally used as a lapel mic recorder. It is just a simple little recorder. You're only going to get 2 channels of audio, so you're not going to be able to separate these tracks. But what I can do is record one microphone onto this separately by just simply plugging my receiver into my Tascam and then turning my Tascam on. Oops. Check, 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 check. Now I have a wireless recorder and I'm using the shotgun mic wireless through the transmitter and then that transmitter to the receiver, and the receiver is recording to this. So I can have, like I have right now, I'm using the Melada WM12, recording that straight to my camera through the XLR input. Then I have the Melada WM10 hooked up to the Tascam recorder and the shotgun microphone going to that, hooked up to the WM10 receiver through XLR. And then if I really wanted to add another little gadget here, I can do the WM10 lapel lavalier microphone, and then I can get another track of audio in there too. Of course, this is going to be simultaneous audio that's recording, so you're not separating the tracks mono. I might be able to turn this into a mono and get 2 tracks of audio and then take it into the editing room and separate it out that way. It's more things that I'm going to play with later on, but I really like kind of playing with these things and figuring out good setups that will work for me, how I can get separated audio through multiple tracks instead of going directly into the camera and then having to go in there and separate all this audio. Like this, I can have a couple different microphones I can record and then record straight into camera, and then I don't have to really separate audio. I just go in there and sync it up. If I'm doing multi-camera work, which I usually do, I'll go in through my Blackmagic and maybe set up a microphone that way, and then go into the Pocket Cinema camera, set up a microphone there, and then have an external recorder like this and record audio like that. And doing so is something like this. Before we talked about you can't really monitor your audio live, but if I do this and I record like so, I can monitor the audio. It does have a headphone input, and now I'm wirelessly walking around monitoring my audio. I also thought about that with headphones, with taking this S900 set here and turning my headphones into a wireless system, and then I can just run around and monitor everything with these headphones here, with this wireless kit. So just a little fun audio, something to DIY, do it yourself without spending a whole lot of money, and get several tracks of stereo audio instead of doing it mono and then having to adjust later in post, which takes more time. I'd rather just go in there and sync all the audio up perfectly and then go on from there, and then I don't have to worry about my left and right channel, if it's in stereo, if it's in mono. I don't have to separate the clips every time I pull them into the timeline. So yeah, if you got any more questions or comments, hit them up below. Subscribe to the channel. We'll keep doing more audio stuff and playing with all this gear and testing it out. We still got reviews coming up with the Blackmagic. We also got a review coming up with the Tilta Nucleus M, which I so love. The Nucleus M, even for doing YouTube videos, out of focus, in focus. I really love this. This way I don't have to go back to the camera and focus myself every single time I need to make a change. I just right there on the fly. So inexpensive to have a wireless follow focus. I hope you come back and watch more of our videos for the next time. I'm Derek.